thanks, Ricky. Even if you did win again. I didn't win, Mary Jane. It was Champ. Mr. Bixby's here. Maybe he has some news. Hello, Mr. Bixby.
Hello, Mary Jane.
Hi, Mr. Bixby.
Ricky. Well, Mary Jane, I had a letter from your Uncle Andrew.
When did he come in?
He'll be here tomorrow.
I better get this place cleaned up.
No, there's no need for that.
Of course there is. Uncle Andrew's never seen me or the ranch. And I want both of us to make a good impression. Looks all right to me the way it is.
Mary Jane, your uncle has instructed me to sell the ranch.
Sell the ranch?
According to the will, it is his property.
Is he going to buy a different ranch?
Well, no, he's taking you back east.
Back east? But I don't want to live back east.
But I'm afraid you haven't much choice.
Can he make me go?
Mary Jane, he is your legal guardian.
Isn't there anything you can do, Mr. Bixby, so Mary Jane can stay here?
And I'm afraid not, Ricky. As her grandfather's lawyer, all I can do is follow instructions. According to the will, the property and Mary Jane's custody goes to her uncle. Everything else is up to him.
I see.
Well, you tell her I'll stop in again later, huh?
Well, after he sees what a nice ranch this is, and you tell him how much you want to stay, maybe he'll change his mind about selling. You really think so? You talk to him and Uncle Sandy. Uncle Sandy's always telling people about the future of the West and how wonderful it is. It might help, Ricky, if your uncle talked to my uncle. Don't worry about that. He will. I'll go home now and tell him and bring him over tomorrow. Thanks, Ricky. That'll be swell.
Take it from the beginning.
My name's Andrew Clayton Orsby. I'm 35 years old. Born in Elkton, New York. My mother's maiden name was Alice Clayton. My sister Phoebe had dark hair and blue eyes and was married to Benjamin Starr. And
he left out his middle name.
Look, my friend, after 18 years on the stage, I think I can successfully manage the deception of a 10-year-old child.
The boss wants your word perfect, in case there's complications.
Very well. Benjamin Wilson Starr. He and my sister Phoebe were killed in a train wreck 8 years ago. Their daughter Mary Jane has been brought up by her grandfather. Last month, after the old man died, the will was... Bixby.
Any news?
Ormsby arrives tomorrow. Did you memorize the family history?
Edwin Booth once said I was the only actor in his company who could memorize lines faster than he could.
Your acting better be as good as Booth's. Now, Ormsby arrives tomorrow. He'll ride the stage as far as Kingston. There he'll have to hire a rig to come the rest of the way.
There's only one way he can come in. I got a spot all picked out.
Fine. Now, here's the deed. Remember, everything depends on your getting him to sign that. So don't be too rough on him until after you have his signature.
He's an Easterner. He ought to scare kind of easy.
I hope you're right in this instance, but only because I need the money.
Here he comes. Cover him. Come on, mister.
What do you want?
Your name Ormsby?
Yeah, why?
Get down. You think his clothes will fit you?
Yeah, I think so. My clothes.
Get down and take them off. I said, get down. Help me take his coat off before the blood gets on it.
Better hurry, Uncle Sandy. Mary Jane and her uncle will be waiting.
Well, I'll do what I can, but Mary Jane's uncle doesn't know me from Adam's Hall Fox. I don't guarantee I can make him change his mind.
Well, you can try. I'll go up and get Chad and bring him over. Mr. Ormsby and I like horses.
Okay, but don't be too long.
Come on, Rebel. Well, you sure took your time about cutting. What is it, Rebel? Oh, all right. I'll look just to keep it quiet. Blood. I don't know what happened here, but something sure did. A shell. Wagon tracks. And the ground's all scuffed up. Well, maybe you found something after all, Rebel. You better tell Uncle Sandy about this.
Here he comes.
Mr. Bixby, I'm scared.
Oh, ridiculous. You're Bixby, of course. Yes, welcome, Mr. Ormsby. Mary Jane. I can't tell you how I've looked forward to this.
I'm glad to see you too, Uncle Andrew.
Let me look at you more closely. Yes, those eyes are Phoebe's, all right. But that chin's your father's. A very good combination.
Thank you, Uncle Andrew. Couldn't we not sell the ranch and just stay here?
I'm sorry, Mary Jane, but I'm not able to run the ranch. No. Your uncle has to do what he thinks is best for both of you.
That must be Mr. North. You'll talk to him, won't you, Uncle Andrew?
Of course I will. Hi, Mary Jane.
Well, Uncle Sandy.
Ormsby, I'm Sandy North. How do you do? I'm supposed to make a Westerner out of you and keep Mary Jane for a neighbor. My dear fellow, there's nothing I'd like better.
Hello, Sandy. Glad you're here. I was about to tell Ormsby. I have an offer of $55,000 from Hugh McNeil for this place. Does that sound like a fair offer?
Well, it's better than fair. It's a very good offer, Ormsby, if you're determined to sell.
Well, I'm afraid my determination has nothing to do with it. You see, I have no choice.
And McNeil is prepared to pay the entire price in cash this afternoon.
Please talk to Uncle Andrew about the glories of the West. Ricky said you would.
Mary Jane, you can't tell anybody what they ought to do.
Uncle Sandy!
What's the matter?
There was some kind of trouble. Maybe a holdup out on the Kingston Road.
When was this?
Well, I don't know. There was blood and wheel tracks and boot tracks. Hey, the same kind of wheel marks this wagon would make. It must have been the one.
My dear young fellow, I drove this vehicle over from Kingston. I was most certainly not held up.
But there was only one set of tracks. If you came from Kingston, it must have been your wheels.
Wait. Look. Do you see this watch? Your grandfather's present to me on my 21st birthday. Now, if I was held up, the bandit certainly wouldn't have let me keep it. And here's my wallet with money in it.
Now, surely Mr. Ormsby would know whether he was held up or not.
Well, sure, but...
Exactly what did you see, Ricky?
Well, from the tracks, it looked like two men on horseback stopped the wagon. There was blood, and the ground was all scuffed up.
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. Two cowboys did stop me on the way over this morning. One of them had cut his hand and asked me if there was a doctor in Comanche Creek. Of course, I couldn't tell him, but I'm sure this explains our young friend's excitement.
You satisfied, Ricky?
Well, I guess so.
Come along, Mary Jane. We must hurry. I'm sure you must have a lot of packing to do.
Yes, we must be ready to meet Mr. McNeil.
Uncle Samuel, I found this there, too. I was going to tell Mr. Ormsby, but when he said nothing happened, I didn't know what to do.
44 cartridge. You found this at the same place?
Yes.
Well, of course, it could have been fired at some other time. I think we ought to go have a look.
How can one little girl collect so much stuff?
This is for you, Uncle Andrew.
For me?
Yeah, go on, open it. I did it myself.
That's beautiful.
It was going to be a surprise for Granddad. But, well, I'd like you to have it now.
Thank you very much. Mary Jane, I wanted to...
What's the matter, Uncle Andrew?
Nothing. It's all right. Bixby, I'm getting so I like what we're doing less and less. Who cares what you like? You wanted money? You're going to get it. As soon as Mace gets here with the deed, McNeil with the money. And then have to live with my conscience. Have every law man in the territory looking for me while you stay here smug and respectable. It's Mace. Now you forget your conscience. Make sure that kid doesn't come out.
He was stubborn at first. He finally came around to my way of thinking.
Good. Now go back to the cabin. Guard him until I tell you to turn him loose.
You stay here with Champ and Rebel.
in pretty bad shape. See if there's some water in that bucket, will you?
Who are you?
Better let me ask the questions. Who are you?
Andrew Ormsby.
Ormsby? Mary Jane's uncle, but he's down at the...
No. 2 men held me up on Kingston Road and...
See, Uncle Sandy, I was right.
This man?
No, he wore a mask.
Did you recognize his voice?
I'm not sure.
We'll get Mr. Ormsby in town to a doctor and then notify the sheriff.
Don't move.
And send the doctor back for Ormsby. You ride over and tell Bixby the other man's an impostor.
Come on, Rebel.
Congratulations, Mac. Under the terms of the sale, you can take possession first thing tomorrow morning.
I'll be here bright and early. Goodbye, Mr. Ormsby. It was a pleasure to do business with you.
Thank you.
I still say it's risky to have all that money in cash.
I'll take good care of it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that's it. Climb into the rig, sweetheart. We'll get started as soon as I settle some details with Mr. Bixby.
Yes, Uncle Andrew.
I have the courage to tell you to keep my share of it.
You will get over that feeling.
My purse.
Grown men cheating a little girl out of her inheritance.
Mary Jane is not being cheated. The real Ormsby will be able to prove that he didn't sell the ranch. And so, McNeil's the one who will be left holding the bag.
But never mind. You're in this too far. Back out now. Come on.
Oh, she's in the wagon. Now what?
Drive it up in the mountains.
But you can't stay here. The girl knows you're in on it now.
I can take care of myself. I'll have Mace get rid of Andrew. You take the girl.
Take her? Where?
You don't get your money if you don't follow orders.
Mr. Bixby! Mr. Bixby!
You try to tell him anything, and somebody gets shot.
Mr. Bixby, that's not Mary Jane's uncle. The real uncle's up on Bald Mountain. We caught the man who was keeping him prisoner. It was Mace Kincaid.
They caught Mace
guess the jig's up, Bixby. As far as I'm concerned, it's a relief. Ricky, look, it was all his idea to have me...
What are you talking about, Mr. Bixby?
Suppose you explain it to him, Tom.
Don't try to follow me.
Stay back, Rebel.
Ricky, Mary Jane's tied up in that wagon.
What?
Hurry, get help.
Maybe I can get her off. Come on, Rebel.
Can't thank you enough.
Nor can I, Ricky. It was really Champ that did most of it. And Rebel.
Well, I saw the sheriff. He says Bixby and Mace will get all that's coming to him, but he's sure that Tom will get off with a light sentence.
I'm so glad. Even if he wasn't my real uncle, he was nice. But not as nice as you are, of course, Uncle Andrew. And he sure did try to help.
I also saw McNeil. Now that he's got his money back, he'd still like to buy the ranch.
Well, I might get to like the West. I'll tell him it's not for sale.